That's the biggest thing, like speed of execution, and to be able to integrate customer feedback, people who believe in the product and that are early adopters slash customers and partners, then that is invaluable, because your biggest, and I say best marketers, are the current users of the product. And like
Yes.
I don't think there's anything better than having someone say, hey, I contacted the company and I asked a feature, and within a month and a half they had it. And like they hear customer feedback. Like not only are they an innovative company, but they're not arrogant in the fact that we're the best we're the best product managers you'll ever have is your customers, like getting the feedback and then integrating it. Sorry, I'm a little sick, so my voice might go out, but integrating the feedback is just, I don't know if there's a more optimal situation.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And, it's not just like the benefit I see is number one, people feel more connected to the brand, you know? Number two,
Mm.
you really don't know where it could end up taking you. Today it's a feature, and in 6 months, maybe somebody says it would be cool if you have this product. And all of a sudden you're like, hey, you know what? Like, these customers, these people who have our product, who feel connected. It's funny, I'm using the word connected, but the people who feel connected to the brand and the company, and they love the fact that we listen to them, actually just gave us a new product, and all of a sudden you could have a new product which is a new revenue stream. I don't think, in general, I don't think companies rather, I don't think companies listen to customers enough, and I mean, it could be because people are complaining all the time or people want free stuff. I don't know what the reason is, but obviously the bigger the company, the less the company is going to listen to the customers. But yeah.
No, I think it's a little bit of like a green bubble syndrome. Like when you go to the boardroom or you go to your supervisor and you get higher up at the company, everybody's sensitive of rocking the boat.
Yeah, no
And
one wants to
that
rock the
just,
boat.
yeah, then that just makes it so there isn't like a lot of candor, and there's a lack of candor in the room on what needs to get done and what could be done. And then that's also a part of integrating feedback. It's like, okay, like if you're talking about all these things that you're getting suggestions for, then it's like, why didn't you think about it? Why didn't we think about this? It's like kind of causes issue with your department or whoever you're talking with. And I think it's more of a cultural thing, but I think it's a lack of candor with leadership. Typically, I mean, it's quite common in that kind of space when you get that high up, which is
Yeah,
disappointing, but I think it's good because it creates opportunity for people who want to
exactly.
innovate. Like if
Exactly.
every big company was like very attentive and loved their customers and were just amazing at customer support and product innovation, then that doesn't leave much space for everybody else. So I'm fine and I'm very happy with the current situation, because if not, there isn't a lot of opportunity. Right.
It's true. And
So
by the way, I want to go back. I know it seems like I love going back, but the
yeah,
other thing I
no
wanted to
worries.
talk about, the OTA, was, you take companies, even Apple, every couple of weeks you have another update, and I
Mhm.
think part of the reason is when people are building out these products, a lot of times you have engineers who are thinking of things logically in terms of engineer, but then you are not every engineer thinks in terms of like use case, customer use case, right? Because the average customer is not an engineer, and it needs to have a good user experience for them, right? And I think that's where a
Mhm.
lot of like products fail, is a lot of IoT products or tech products, is like it's a lot of the time you're thinking of like the engineer who's creating this thing, who's a developer, whose their brain is just one side and they're not taking into consideration the other side. And so, to have, even if the first iterations are going to be made by engineers, and then after that, you're putting in more user use cases, that's where software updates really, really kind of come in, where the user is going to be able to maybe find bugs or find like, hey, if I want to go to settings, instead of having to push 4 different buttons to go to settings, it would be much cooler if we had this,
Mhm.
And so the experience and the ability to have the over the air updates, I think that's really, like, for me, one of the biggest this is one of the biggest takeaways. Not just like, hey, this sensor, we could make this sensor more sensitive because people are complaining that it's not sensitive enough. It's everything all together.